Hello everyone and welcome back to Monsters of the Deep. As always, I'm your host Mr. G. Today, we're talking about one of the most famous groups of sharks. That's right, I said group. I'll explain in a bit. Today, we're talking about the hammerhead sharks. Now, before we get into this, it should be clarified. Hammerhead is not the name of a singular species of shark. Rather, it's a family of sharks consisting of 9 different species, ranging in size from the only 3-foot-long scallop bonnethead to the massive great hammerhead, which can reach lengths up to 20 feet long, which is comparable to that of a great white. And in fact, it can be even longer than the size of a male great white. So, yeah. Okay, let's get the elephant out of the room. What's the deal with their heads? Yeah, as you can probably see and guess from their name, the hammerhead has a head shaped like a hammer, which allows them to pin down their favorite prey so they can't slip away. In addition, some also think that the hammerhead allows them to float better since, like all sharks, hammerheads don't have the flotation organs like bony fish do, and like most large sharks, they have to keep moving to breathe. Anyways, hammerheads have the typical shark diet with one notable exception. You see, hammerheads are famous for their affinity towards the stingray. Usually, the stingray hides from predators by hiding in the sand or delivering a poisonous sting. However, the hammerhead has advanced senses and thanks to stunning the stingray, doesn't have time to sting. Now, stingrays aren't the only notable prey, as quite interestingly enough, the bonnethead hammerhead is the only known shark to be omnivorous, as several specimens have been found with stomachs full of seagrass in addition to fish. On the topic of bonnetheads, it's been discovered that they are capable of asexual reproduction. This was discovered when a captive bonnethead ended up giving birth despite never having any males in her tank. Oh, but speaking of hammerhead reproduction, I have a funny story involving that. I have a sort of Mandela effect about it, to be real. If you don't know what that is, it's basically when you thought something was true, but it wasn't, and then a bunch of people think that it was true, but it wasn't, and the alternate universes. You probably know what it is if you've been on the internet for a while. Anyway, you see, I swear that I once read somewhere that hammerheads actually practice parental care unlike other sharks, and that when the pups are born, they latch onto their mom's hammer until they're old enough. I don't know where I got that information from, I don't know what book I read that in, but I swear I once saw something that claimed that. And if anyone could possibly prove me that I'm not crazy, please tell me, because I want to know if I actually read that somewhere or not, or if this is just a false memory. Oh yeah, one last thing, hammerheads are some of the only adult sharks to form schools. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's look at the card. Okay, this card has 2 issues. One, it acts like there's only a single genus of hammerhead sharks. And while yes, all but one species of hammerhead falls into that genus, hammerhead is still technically the name of a family, not the genus. So that's still an error, therefore deduct a point. Now the other thing that bothers me is that it treats hammerheads as more dangerous than they actually are. You see, hammerheads actually make up only a very low percentage of shark attacks on people, but this card treats them as if they're as dangerous as a great white or a tiger shark. And that just bugs me so much I'm deducting a point. I don't care if it's factual or not. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Now let's talk about human relations. Unfortunately, it's not very good. You see, every single species of hammerhead is endangered. Everyone always goes on about saving the whales. No one cares about the sharks, though. Do they? Because they're not cute and cuddly like pandas or dolphins. No, if they went... No, oh, okay. Calm down. You don't want another great white incident. Okay, just keep talking. Anyway, hammerheads are a decently common sight in captivity. The Georgia Aquarium has them. I saw them. They were cool. And luckily, hammerheads are very iconic sharks. As I said in my great white video, seems like in media there's only 2 sharks, great whites and hammerheads, which is an exaggeration. Do not prove me wrong. Those are exceptions. So please do not bring those up. I know that exceptions exist. There's pretty much exceptions to everything. So please do not bring up examples of other species of sharks. Okay. Now, despite their, a lot of appearances in media, I can't really think of too many hammerheads off the top of my head. The only one I can name is Anchor from Finding Nemo, the hammerhead shark who hates Americans and dolphins, and who hangs out with fish of indeterminate species. Hey, you guys ever notice that in the Finding Nemo universe, both predator and prey can fully understand each other, so when a predator eats a prey, they can hear them screaming and beg for mercy? Yeah, I think I could see why the sharks wanted to be vegetarian. The hammerhead was a pretty weird shark if you think about it. Surely there can't be any more weird sharks. Next time.